Hello YouTube, this is Rob here for Elder Oak Productions, and today we're doing another craft beer review. I'm actually really excited about this craft beer because when I was in the craft beer store earlier today, I actually saw this brand new brew from the Bronx Brewery, which is relatively new. It's been around since 2011 in the Bronx, New York. But this beer is called the Bronx Banner. Bronx Banner. And if you look into this beer on the website, it says, introducing Bronx Banner. So I think it's a relatively new brew. I could be wrong, but that's what they're kind of evoking with their marketing tactic. This is again from the Bronx Brewery, a brewery started in 2011, which is, I believe this was the first brewery in the Bronx, New York, since Rheingold left in 1960. They're trying to bring back brewing to the Bronx, which is what they say on their website. This is a golden easy ale, which is brewed in a Kolsch style. It's a Kolsch style of beer, but they've tweaked the style apparently. And this is a 12 fluid ounce can, which is 4.8% alcohol by volume. The malts in this beer are Belgian Pilsner and American wheat malts. And also the hops are Bavarian varieties, so you're going to have your Halter Tower hops, perhaps your Spalter hops, perhaps your Saz hops. Still standard Bavarian noble pills. That's what you should be finding in these beers. They don't tell you precisely which hops, but if they're saying Bavarian, it might be a mix of all the noble hops. And this is 24 IBUs, which is 24 international bittering units, which is right in the range for a Kolsch. And we'll see how well balanced it is. In fact, it's advertised as being a perfectly balanced beer, and that's what they say on their website. So this can is really nice. I think Bronx only sells their beers in cans, which is an interesting choice. It certainly differentiates themselves from other people in the market. So, without further ado, we have our classic wine glass. That I think is becoming a staple of the craft beer reviews here. We might have one or two beers where we use a regular glass, but we'll see. So let's open up this can. Oh, it just splattered around my desk there. No widget, like a Guinness can. I don't hear the widget rolling around, so there's no widget. Smell the hops straight out the can, but then you also smell the aroma of the metal can also. So the only way we're gonna tell what this smells like is to pour it out. Ooh, a very light beer. Oh, I'm spilling it on my. Oh, I'm spilling it. I spilled it on my desk. I'm debating getting a napkin. You know what? You stay right there, and I'm gonna run to get a napkin in my kitchen. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Messing up my table, but that's okay. It's all in the name of beer. So, so that's that. And there's really no head on this beer. I'll try to pour it again later to see if we can formulate a head out of it. But, yeah, again, there's no head to it. It's a very light, mild color. It's a very light color. It's almost like a Budweiser or Coors Light color. It's not much darker than that. Since we have our napkin here, we'll do our classic wine test. The clarity on this beer is beautiful. This beer is a perfectly clear beer. And it has a nice golden color to it. Let's give it a smell. You smell those hops. You smell that Bavarian hops, those noble pills. You notice that the hops is so prevalent in this smell right now that it's almost like if you're a home brewer and you get the noble pills hops in pellet form. This beer when I'm smelling it, it smells like you've just cut open the pack of the pellet forms of those hops. And that just instant aroma smell from those hops. That's what it smells like. I'm not getting much of a malt smell on it. It smells like it's very light in body. Aroma is like like warm baked banana bread. Um, and I'm excited to try this actually. So let's take a sip for scientific research. That mouthfeel is really thick. I was expecting a much, much lighter mouthfeel, almost like water. But this is a really thick mouthfeel. It's a very mellow beer, okay? It's a very mellow beer. It's a Kolsch style. You could if you're a really fan if you're a big fan of Kolsch beers, you're going to really like this. It's like a mild, more mellow Kolsch. That's what I'm getting from it. It's a pretty mild flavored Kolsch. Um, the hops, the only flavor of the hops I'm getting is a bitterness in the back of the throat, which is, true to the style. It has like a bitterness in the back of the tongue. I'm getting very little sweetness on the front of the tongue. Very little to no sweetness on the front of the tongue. And on the sides too. On the sides you get some sweetness after you taste it. Yeah, I could drink it. I could certainly drink this. I think that this is a really good beer with on a summer day when you just really want to knock a couple back. It's pretty easy drinking, even though it does have that thicker mouthfeel, which I'm really surprised about. It has a thicker mouthfeel. Let me pour this again. I just want to see if I can get a head out of this again. Yeah, so it has a minimal head. It's not even. It's about half a pinky size head. It's a white head, very small bubbles. Mm. Those hops smell amazing in this glass. I think Noble Pill's hops are just some of the best aromatic hops you can find. I'm personally partial to the British East Kent Golding hops, but I think the Noble Pils hops are really, really, really nice in this beer. They make the beer just have this really great, fresh pine aroma, some floral notes in there, and then the Belgian Pilsner malt, and then also the American wheat is giving this like an aroma of like a banana bread almost. But I really wish that they pushed that aroma, that banana bread aroma, into the flavor, because I'm really looking for that. If you're gonna go use some wheat and you're gonna use some Belgian Pilsner, push that, make those sing some more, and accentuate those flavors somehow, and make the malt in this beer a little bit more centered, front and center, just to balance out some of that bitterness. It's a it's a decent brew. This will be really good with really light dishes, light barbecue dishes. Like I wouldn't say smoked dishes. I think that if you're having this with a nice smoked brisket or smoked ribs, I think that the ribs would overpower this beer. Though that smoke flavor would overpower it. But if you're going in for just like a nice grilled chicken or some some grilled pork or some grilled skirt steak, I think would be fantastic with this. I wouldn't go with like a burger or a smoked rib. Um, but I think this is really good for the summer season. Again, it's pretty easy drinking. I wish there was more malt flavor. Everyone, by now you probably know I am a lover of really great malt in my beer. I think with this beer they're going for those people who love those light-bodied American lager style beers and are trying to bring them into their brewery, which is perfectly fine, which I understand 100%. But again, it's a decent beer. It's pretty good. I would buy it again. I have two more cans actually in the fridge. The beer place I go to, you can actually build your own 6 packs and 4 packs, and you know, this came in a 4 pack can, and someone else, you know, ripped the can off and put it in another 6 pack. I guess they were making, so I only ended up with three. But yeah, you know, I'd buy this again. I'm looking forward to drink up the other 2 cans of Bronx Banner. This beer kind of perplexes me at how subtle and quiet it is. It's very subdued beer, which I can appreciate, and I think that many people will appreciate and can appreciate with this beer. So I wish Bronx Brewery all the luck. You know, opening a brewery is so complex. It's so much money to do. You know, it's a huge undertaking, but it's such a noble undertaking to take. So I have tremendous respect for the Bronx Brewery. This is the first beer that I've had from them. I'm looking very much forward to trying some more of their brews. I noticed them more in the store, so I might pick some up next time. But that's it. Today we review the Bronx Banner uh, Gold Golden Easy Ale, which is in a Kolsch style. That's all today. Again, I recommend this beer. It's pretty decent. It's okay. It's a good beer. You know, if you're stopping by in your beer store, you see it, you know, pick up a can or two, you know, try it for yourself. All right, this has been Rob with Elder Oak Productions. More videos will be in the pipeline coming out very soon. All right, but on the behalf of Elder Oak Productions, myself, Mr. Jack over here, we are going to wish you a pleasant evening or whenever you're watching this. Thank you very much for watching. Good night. Goodbye.